Hey, Kentucky girl. This is going to be a brief video, I think. There's been a lot of speculation over the last, I guess, 2 weeks about Katie Joy and Tati Westbrook, there being a settlement in the case. And I thought at first when I heard it was, oh, that's just Unirock. Unirock is full of it. There might be a little something, but I could not see Katie Joy. How do I say this? Unleashing, hey, Truffle, unleashing, letting go, letting the whole thing go, because we know with her dispute with Steve McRae that she still sometimes brings up Steve every now and then, even though she signed a agreement with him. There was a cease and desist where neither were supposed to talk about each other. So I just kind of thought, well, that'll never happen. But I think we're starting to maybe see some signs that that's exactly what's happening. She has edited out a lot of her videos. My understanding is that she's taken a lot of what was put up before last year down completely. She's removed almost everything about Tati, I've been told. I haven't gone back through Katie Joy's videos to verify that, but I went in there and just nosed around a bit. And it does seem like a lot of her older content is either not there or not as easily accessible as usual. And she's been very quiet. Last couple days, complete silence from her. Now, there are a crop of new names that have popped up on Facebook that sound like they might be her, or there's somebody spoofing her. I'm not sure. Everything from, WOACB official number 2 all the way through number 9, through other things like Katie WOACB, and various claims which ones are and aren't her. I think it remains to be seen who that is, whether there are some parodyists or some people messing with each other or whatever. But when have we ever known her to be quiet, to be this silent about anything? Never. Usually she's doing like she was doing last week, where she was going after Michael Saltz and Emily D. Baker, full blast, both barrels. And I was thinking, as hard as she was going after them, there could not be a settlement in the offering. I'm thinking now that I might be wrong because of the taking the stuff down in the silence. We know this is a woman that's never silent. She's backed into a corner. She turns into a rabid badger or a rabid Wolverine and starts ganging up even more. It's like, are you threatening me? I'm Cornholio. I expect Cornholio whenever she gets in the corner. I expect her version of Cornholio. And I haven't seen that lately. That's been few and far between. She did take down her WOACB official Twitter. She completely took that down. I know, but Bob and Carrie Kennedy, she has been relatively silent for her the last 3 days or so. Hey, Aaron, I am still trying to figure this out. Somebody commented today and said, what is her plan? What is she doing? What game is she running? I'm like, start thinking, maybe she's taking a settlement. Maybe it's being worked on and hammered out now. Maybe she's having to take everything down to meet a settlement. I can't for the life of me figure out why Tati would not just demand her entire channel be taken down, or her start a new channel or something. But maybe not. Maybe just taking the videos down and issuing an apology might be enough, or just taking the videos down. Maybe we'll see a statement when her and Steve settled. And yeah, I still want her to be held accountable too. What she's done is heinous. Yeah, that could be too. A Cornholio spoof account. I am Cornholio. Cornholio is my favorite of the Beavis and Butthead stuff. I gotta admit, it's actually really funny, even though I'm supposedly too old to be enjoying that. I I like it, especially Cornholio when he's going through the old lady's purse and all her drugs. I was going to say, if I had Beavis sitting next to me, he'd be going through my big drug pocket too and going crazy. So it's just something about being a grandmother. You start carrying around all the crap you need to make it through the day, particularly when you got everything in the sun wrong with you. I was hoping that Tati would demand her play button too, her play button and her channel. But I'm not sure that Katie Joy would agree to giving up her channel. I hope somebody punished for that would be awesome. I mean, I would be excited about that. The fact that she's had to she's taken her Twitter down in some way, shape, or form. I was having Twitter looking at her anyway because of all the crap she had said about me that was so untrue. And she shut the channel down before they could finish looking. I filed a complaint with them, and they had responded when we were talking back and forth about what that looked like. And I was giving them all the different links and all of that. So we may actually be seeing an end to this. Does this drama get? I hope so, because I don't know about you guys, but I'm just over her. I'm ready to see and do new things. I'm ready to point and laugh at other people. It seems like that there's something about the YouTube culture that has been really sick. I mean, look at James Charles, Jeffree Star, all these different people with all these allegations of really heinous behavior, things that you shouldn't do, things that Beavis and Butthead wouldn't do, I don't think. I hope her family is not as bad as she is. I hope that this settles enough so that they can actually put their lives back together and she can be a mother and a wife again. I hope her husband goes out and gets a job, that she gets off the internet and gets a job, or if she does this anymore, stick to people like the Kardashians and the Duggars. Stick to those people that are probably not going to sue you instead of those who will definitely sue you. She has brought a lot of good people together. There are a lot of people that I would never have met had I stayed in my little Pathos box and never looked at her any harder than that. I would have missed a whole lot of people. Like I said, Steve McRae was really the first one to reach out to me after what happened to me. I'll take it back. Andrew Hall, because she complained to him about me being upset. Nobody knew anything about it. I had not said anything on Facebook. I hadn't said anything on YouTube. I hadn't said anything on Pathos. All I know is she said something to him. He approached me. I said, well, X, Y, and Z happened. I'm not open to having a friendship with her any longer because these things happened. And he basically said, I understand that. I'll let her know. I was like, okay. I told him this week, don't ever try to broker a disagreement between women because it will come back and bite you in the ass every single time. That's something I've learned the hard way a number of times now. There was a situation 3 or 4 years ago, boyfriend to a city we're all going to meet up for a funeral. And Lady One was upset and worried that Lady Two's fiance would get drunk and there'd be all these hijinks and stuff. And I said, do you want me to talk to Lady Two and her fiance? I'm close. I'll talk to him. I talked to them. It went haywire. Lady One and Lady Two got into this huge fight. Lady One dumped the first lady and her fiance in this strange city across the country from where they lived. And they had to rent a car and drive all the way back because they didn't have a car back. So I've learned you don't ever get in the. He is hilarious. You don't get in the way. I love him, Truffle. He and I've done a couple of interviews with him. He is hysterical. Every time we get together, we just laugh. It's just picking on each other big time. I don't know, more than 2 women. I think 2 women alone sometimes are enough to create all the drama they want. Steve McRae looked me up and started trying to talk to me on my blog. And I met all you guys who I happen to absolutely adore. Okay, I'm going to go because I don't have a stable connection to Costa Rica.